reseller
Whoa,
clickbait.
hold on. Did you just say
what now?
Did you just say reseller clickbait podcast?
I did.
Start over. Do it correctly.
Okay. Reseller clickbait podcast.
No. Hold on.
Well, hey, you know what? You would
Hold
talk
on. Let me help you with it. Here you
okay, you're gonna change the background again on me, Jimmy.
All right.
Just
Try
the
again.
reseller. Well, here's okay.
No, you got to do the intro.
Here we go. Clickbait podcast episode 45.
Perfect.
Now what's going to happen is we're going to get all this grief from YouTube from all the other, you know how many clickbait podcasts there are?
I don't. How many are there?
I don't know exactly for sure how many.
You act like you had facts. I was waiting for you to break out your paper sheet and go, look it right here. I got it on paper.
I should let me just do something here real quick. I didn't know you were going to surprise me with
didn't either. It was a last minute decision.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's at least 11 there's a clickbait. There's just a plain clickbait podcast, and then you
came up with a great name, is what you're saying. You're just bragging about the name you came up with.
Well, we're the reseller clickbait. We're the only one, Jimmy. Okay, the only one.
Throw it back in there then.
Okay. But reseller clickbait podcast episode 45.
We're not talking about reselling anymore, though. And I find it weird on the day that you change your name to SSKPromo, vintage, old school, thrifted, picker, flipper. We're not talking about picking and flipping anymore.
Well, I'm sure that we'll get around to some of that. Yeah, I figured. So here was my thoughts. I want to start, building up my channel. I thought all these other channels that I go to, old school flips. Jimmy, and you see everybody else has some people have both a picker and a flipper. Some people are thrifting, some people are vintage, 100, all of that. And I'm like SSKPromo. There's nothing that says, so it's like, how do you incorporate that, a cool name, and not have to have all these channels? So I thought SSKPromo, vintage, old school, thrifter, picker, flipper was.
You should have put upper then. Flipper,
picker, upper. Flipper, picker, flipper, upper, picker.
Picker, flipper, upper.
The quicker picker flipper.
Yeah, that's what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know. That's so I'm going to try that name out.
Tongue nicely. It's not long-winded or anything.
It does, and I think it'll look great on a sticker. Like if I get like an 8-inch, like a sheet of notebook paper sticker with my name on it.
Priority mail shipping on it.
Yeah.
Just buy a sticker from him, but it costs priority mail shipping.
And when I sign my headshots over here, the DOG, luckily it's just DOG, and not the whole SSKPromo, vintage, old school, thrifter, flipper, picker.
You've got that memorized well already. I have to.
I always mess up the end. The picker, flipper, flipper, fricker. I don't know. Maybe since some people have 2 channels, I should have one that's, picker, flipper, and one that's flipper, picker.
Wow.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's I'm still working through. Well, then here was my revelation after that. I thought, okay, I could change my name to all of that and just really, or I could actually make some content.
Oh, well, and there you go.
And that might drive people to my channel. So I think I'm going to go with the SSKPromo, make some content, see how that works out. But I think I'd probably be smart to reserve that name.
What if we just abbreviated the whole name
to
SSKPromo? SSKPVOSTPF?
That I like that. I like the way that flows too off the tongue.
Good luck with that.
Or it flows off something. I don't know if the tongue is the right
side of the cliff with that sucker.
Body organ that one flows off of or out of, but
I had trouble just trying to get that out of my mouth. Yeah, the SSKPVOSTPF.
Good one. You have to read it to it.
All right, that works for me, DOG.
I like it. Hey, welcome to spring, Jimmy. Today's Monday, March the 20th, the first day of spring officially.
Got
it
was nice yesterday, so I guess
winter is I know around here we didn't get we didn't get our winter in December,
So
January,
wait, hold on. We're gonna go into
February.
this. The weather is
So
it never fixed. It's always been broke.
it's been yes.
The weather
We
broke
did
and it never fixed.
well, it hasn't broke. See, that's just it. We didn't get our winter in December, January, and February like you do. So now we're gonna have our winter in February and
So
or no, it's
it's
already
March.
February. So
Yeah.
March and April, it snowed yesterday
So
or
we've
Saturday, whatever
determined
day it
that
was.
the weather breaking means it's nice out.
Yes.
So right now your weather's going to be fixed
Yes, our weather
for
is
the
fixed
spring,
currently.
and then it'll
Although
break.
it's really kind of broke because we didn't, man, we're not talking
That's not
reselling.
like the
Now
way.
we're
Yeah,
talking like
that's why
philosophy and
we're the
meter
weather clickbait podcast.
whether or not you like it, we're the clickbait. We're something.
Yeah,
We're definitely something, Jimmy.
yeah.
But yeah, it's spring, which means yard sale season is
Yeah,
coming
not
up
for me.
soon. Not
Not
for
for me.
you.
No.
Uh-oh.
I got big news coming down.
Oh,
I'm not
are
gonna
you
break it yet though, but big news,
you're not gonna break it?
big personal
Okay.
news coming soon, and I'm not gonna
I
be sourcing for a while.
I know what the news is.
You do
And
know
I'm
the
not
news.
telling I'm
I'm not. I mean, it's gonna happen no matter what. I do know
tight-lipped.
that. So, it's just a
So
matter of time, and I might not be sourcing for a while.
for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be interested when you bring
Let's
that
see
out
what the
either.
chat guesses.
Yes. What is Jimmy's exciting news?
That's not exciting.
It's not exciting
No.
why he's not sourcing. It's
Yeah.
not, well, it could be. We don't know. We don't
We'll
know.
find out. We'll find out.
What I do know,
Stay
Jimmy,
tuned,
about you,
folks.
what I do know about you is that though you and your family, you're hip, you're cool, you are on
Oh, thanks.
the
I appreciate
cutting
that.
edge of what's hot, what's now, what's
This is
happening.
true. This is true.
That's Jim.
Sonia, not so much, but
Well, no, I think Sonya was part of this decision. I seen this story on the news the other day
yeah.
that after a 31-year reign, the Golden Lab is no longer the number one favorite
Yep.
dog in America.
It's true.
And the number one dog is
The French Bulldog.
the French Bulldog, the Frenchie.
Oh, yeah.
So see, you were ahead of the game,
Ahead of
Jimmy.
the
You
game.
brought in
Barely.
you brought in Little Bean
Little Bean.
here right
Oh,
before
his
the
name is now Bernard.
okay.
I have
You're
this
getting a
thing.
formal.
This is
Okay.
it's funny. I have this thing with my dogs. I change their
Okay.
names. I don't ever call them by their names. Like
Okay.
and it has their names have progressions and they progress to the like I'm not even gonna tell you what Poe's name is.
Just to keep them confused, and
Yeah.
it's like you're going here, Bean, here,
I
Bean,
think
and
I'm
dog just
calling Poe Roby right now. Roby. Yeah. It's unexplainable. I don't call my dog.
that sounds
None
like a
of my
long
whole life I had
connection.
cats. I had all my animals growing up. We would give them a name, and then I would start off with just it's like right now, Bean is Bernard. Just a little twist on Bean,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit, yeah.
Down the road, he'll be Esquire the Third or something like that. Like it just doesn't even make sense what I do to these dogs' names, but it's what's happening with Bean right now. He's Bernard.
Yeah. Do they understand when you're calling, or are you just
Not
like
at all.
constantly
They just
yelling
look at
and
me
they're
like,
just
"Come on, fat guy, give me some treats. I don't know what you're saying to me. I don't know what's happening."
but I hear the little shake, the little treat jar shaking. I'm
Yeah.
coming, whatever, no matter what you're calling
Right,
me.
yeah. So, anyways, that's
But
one little fact about me and
yeah,
my dogs. They never go by their names with me.
and the Frenchie Bulldog is now the number one. Man, it
That
displaced
little turd's
that
been
little
walking around with a stride like he knows. He just been like
he
kind of
watches
like
the news during the day when you're in the basement listening. He's upstairs. He's like,
I know I'm a big deal now. I know I'm the man. Like, yeah, he's been.
he had delusions of grandeur long
He did.
before I did, Jimmy.
He's literally
Apparently.
the DOG.
So
So yeah,
yeah, so I just
saw
thought that was interesting when I saw that because
There's been
everybody
some-
loves a golden lab.
No, they don't.
And 31 years.
They're
It's off the
dethroned.
top.
There's been some fun TikToks with those Frenchies, like,
Uh-huh.
people with, like, that once my Frenchie heard that it's the number 1 dog, like, they have them laying on their back with a fan, fanning them and stuff and feeding them treats. There's been
You should
some fun
you
stuff with
should
that.
do some content like that with Bean.
It's in the plans for Sonia to do some, because I'm working on the reseller and that kind of content, which is failing
Yeah.
miserably. So we're like, let's get Sonia doing the dog content so we can actually
Failing.
have some
Oh,
success.
your content is failing miserable. I thought you were gonna say no, because we were talking your
Yeah,
reselling gig is not
my
failing. You're
reselling.
just killing it.
I had number
You
wise the best 7 days I've ever had. This
ever
last
had
7 days ever.
That's amazing. It's amazing how it goes. Well, and the previous week, I think we had talked that, it's like eBay picks you and says, "Hey, it's your
Yeah,
turn." And Jimmy got picked this
I
week,
did for sure.
and
I was like, I
just
went out of town for one
killed it.
night and like my phone was just ching, 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 ching. I was like, we gotta go home. I gotta pack.
Yeah,
Like,
Jimmy went out of town because
oh
happy anniversary,
yeah, it's 23 years,
50 year,
53
golden
years,
Oh, it's not
53 years. Yeah.
your golden anniversary plus 3. That Jimmy, so congratulations
Oh, thanks.
to Jimmy and Sonia for their anniversary of their nuptials.
Yep.
And
So we just went to the casino town we have here in Colorado. But the whole time I was there, like I was losing my butt on the slot machines, but my phone, cha-ching,
was
cha-ching, like
cha-ching.
people
Oh
like
man,
that guy keeps hitting the jackpot over there. No, it's just my phone.
you got to pay for that gambling habit somehow,
Yeah,
with
right.
eBay sales.
It's a good thing I didn't bet on my NCAA bracket. Good
Oh
night.
yeah, March Madness
I got
is maddening for sure.
we don't do a lot of sports talks on here, but I gotta say, like Ken, his bracket was one of the best I've ever seen. Except for two
Yes.
teams have screwed him going forward. But
Yes.
up until except for Purdue and Kansas, who are his
Yes.
final 2 teams, he
Who
was
are gone.
picking almost like you're like in the top, you're towards the top of the ESPN brackets nationwide.
Yeah, I had a pretty nice looking bracket. And again, like you said, my 2 top teams, Purdue and Kansas, and I had Kansas winning it all, and they're done. Purdue's done. My potential points in the bracket, although I'm leading currently in points,
Yeah.
my potential points are way down. So Jimmy, it looks like
I need
in the
Alabama to
end,
win it all.
I'm going to be Jimmy and I, we were playing for fun. I think we touched on this the other day, but our bet is a $5 sourced item at
Yep.
like a yard sale sometime when we're together doing some sourcing. You
Yeah.
got to buy the other guy an item, and whatever he can sell that for is
Yeah.
his winnings for the tournament. So
Now who
hopefully,
gets to pick the item? Did we just like what if you pick me something that's worth less than $5?
well, no, I would. Well, okay, if I had the choice between like say a $5 item that was going to sell for like say 25 or
Oh,
30, or a $3 item that was going to sell for 60 or 80, huh?
gotcha. So it's almost
You know,
like the challenge is to pick the really good thing too.
it's to pick. Yeah, not
Yeah.
pick the guy. You're wanting to do right by the guy. We'll
We
just
should
say
do a
that.
video about that.
We will
Don't worry
definitely
if
will.
I'll be recording. Don't worry.
Yeah, because I'll have. Well, so will I. But then
But then
they'll
it
just
goes
be on a file
how
on my
many
computer.
how many hard drives do you have just sitting around with?
Did you see me look over at the corner of my computer, like where I have the folder that has all my files on it? Not that people, it's like, oh, the
Like
graveyard of
that
garage
kind
sale
of
footage.
video, like that takes a lot of space. Like you can't just store that all in your
Well,
computer, can you?
I got a brand new computer
External? Oh, that's right. That's right.
that has like, I don't know how many terabytes
One
of
of them
space on the
terabyte
hard
things.
drive. And yeah, and I got some footage the other day that I haven't
Yeah.
edited. Some stuff back
Your
here.
footage is all gonna be vintage by the time you edit it.
It'll be like, watching the old TV commercials, that people put up in between their.
Ken's gonna like, I'm putting
Remember
my
this?
first video. He has long hair and it's not gray.
I have some hair at
I got
least.
this. This is from when I started. This is some footage from when I started reselling.
I got to get a video out. I went to a sale the other day. Real cool, like a church organized sale.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of video equipment and cameras and stuff back
Oh,
here behind me that I was
some
that's
sort
all
of
comped and
slime.
drafted. I just got to do the pictures. And I just want to throw a shout out to Erin Rebel Junk.
Yeah.
Everybody in the crowd here knows Erin. She let me know about the sale. She was actually one of the helped organize the sale and put out stuff and price things, and she let me know about it and facilitated me being able to come to
Dang.
a sneak peek pick. Like the sale was actually Saturday and Sunday, and they had a Thursday evening, like a sneak peek that was a limited engagement, uh, limited number of people, and so
Yeah, you had
I
to know
found
somebody to get into that. And
you
you
kind of
knew
do, you kind of
Aaron
do,
Rebel
and
Junk. That's
and
cool.
she helped me out, and
So I just noticed and something with YouTube. She just resubscribed to my channel. And I
okay,
actually just got a message on Instagram from Erin Best Offer Queen,
okay,
that she was unsubbed to my channel too. So I think YouTube like did a cleaning of some of
oh,
my subs.
purged,
Because yeah, I was like, well, I know that. Well, now I just confused myself with two errands, right?
yes,
Rebel Junk, she was. I'm sure she was subbed to me in the past, and
yeah,
it shows that she just recently subbed again. So go. What I'm saying is, folks, go in there and check your subs because
yes.
YouTube will clean out people's accounts, and remove you from channels that you thought you were subbed to. So
I've
check it out.
noticed that recently. Somebody that I thought I was sub to that I ran across in a chat is Danny May, Danny May's
Yep.
Adventures, I
Yeah,
think.
I need to check
And
him.
it's like I hadn't seen really any content that you kind of lose your mind. And I went back in and I was not sub to her. I
Yep.
know 100%. Used to watch her content and her interviews and stuff all the time. And
Yeah.
so
So I
went
thought that
back
was
in there.
interesting because when you said that you met up with her and went to that sale, and
Yeah.
then I was looking at my YouTube today, and I was like, "Well, it says that she just subbed to my channel." That, or maybe my
Yeah,
content
I
is really
told her I
bad.
told her
My
when I was there, I
content
said,
is
"Come on,
really bad.
Jimmy's struggling in YouTube. Just go,
Trying to get to
I know that you
4,000
unsubbed.
subs.
We've all unsubbed from Jimmy at some point in time.
I get
And,
it. I get it.
you just got to get back. Hey, I want to throw another speaking of subs, I want to throw a shout out
Uh oh.
to a sub, someone that subs to our channel and that views and really enjoys the podcast. It's my cousins, some family relations.
Yeah.
So I want to say hey to Tim and Tina
Hey,
and
Tim and Tina and
Connor and
Connor,
Zoe and Mason.
Zoe and Mason.
Zoe and Mason, yeah, they started watching because I had thrown it out to my family when we started doing the holiday lives
Yeah.
and like at the end of last year, and they're still watching the show.
I'm
So I
sorry.
told
I
them,
apologize. We'll do better. I promise.
I told them the other day, hey, I'll throw you a shout out. So hopefully they got this far in the episode. So
Right. Do they have a
to the
French
Brown
bulldog by any
family.
chance? Do they have one of the number one dogs in the country by any chance? I'm just
They do not.
they
They
do.
do have a really cool, like a big, I don't even know what kind it is. It's like a big dog. It like comes up to your
It's
waist
just a
high.
big dog.
Yeah, but a big old friendly. I think it's just big. That's the breed. That's the
That's
breed of the dog
the breed of the dog
is
is big dog.
big. But
Like those fat guy T-shirts they used to make that just said "big dog" on them.
yeah.
That's where they designed. That's where they got that design from.
So oh,
You have the list of stuff to talk about. Like
I
so
know I'm
I'm
going right
curious.
into it. I'm
You're
talking
supposed to
about
keep me on track here.
a new sponsor for the show. Maybe I'm going to look into it
Oh, I
because
don't even know
Jimmy,
what this is. Oh yeah,
I
fan
got
mail.
I got more viewer mail.
You already opened
That
it. You
I
cheater.
did. I did.
You were
And
supposed
that's
to
how I
open it
know.
on air.
Well, I was excited because I didn't know what it was. I
Now
didn't
hold on.
know that it was going to be viewer mail because the package arrived and it had my name on it. And I,
So
okay,
this is
open it up.
interesting because I want to talk about this a little bit.
Okay.
Because within like my family and friends circles, and probably yours too, we're like, this is a mystery person that's sending stuff to both of
Yes.
us, right?
Yes.
We have no idea who this person is. We have no
It's
idea where it's coming from. It's being drop shipped from Amazon with little notes and stuff.
yes.
And like people are like some of my friends, Sonia, we literally have no idea. There's some
Stalkers.
guessing and it could possibly be, but we really don't know who this is.
Yeah, I do
Really have
not
no
know
clue. I
this
would be
stuff, but it's
totally guessing.
obviously somebody that's watching the podcast
So
because you're not
that brings it down to 15 people.
Yeah.
And it's a very good chance that it's someone in Ken's family.
Well, because yeah, yeah, because now we're down to about 3. You know, we got Chris, Cajun, and Grams and Pops, and I'd
Yeah.
flip that. That's probably could be Danny Answer Man throwing out.
Yeah, right.
We did get a lot of grief comments last week, Jimmy. So we started out the show talking about the whole show was going to be about backpacks and bags,
Yeah,
and
that joke didn't go over well, huh? I was like,
and we
let's
didn't
go. I was like, I
you
got a
know
great idea. Let's pretend like we're gonna just to make Gypsy mad. And
make
then it
Lisa
yeah,
Jersey Gypsy.
Lisa.
And but yeah, Cajun Chris is we promised backpacks at the beginning, then we never mentioned them in the video. Unsub.
Unsub. We lost Chris.
We got
Everybody, and we were trying to get him to come on the show and record with us, but now we've lost him as a sub. So
yeah, so he won't even see this where we're apologizing. And of course, Lisa, gave us grief about that. And then the best comment of the week though was from Grams and Pops Vintage, where he wrote a whole synopsis.
What's up with that?
To the show. And as I read it, it was basically like major. Here's a summary of his summary.
Oh, is this this is an inception of his summary? A summary within a summary within a the movie Inception, or a dream within a dream.
Oh yes, this is the inception. It was basically there was a slight chuckle followed by 40 minutes of boredom followed by a slight chuckle, and then the relief of it finally ended.
Right.
And so
and it's their fault we're never talking about reselling again because of that comment. So blame them if we don't ever talk reselling again. And it makes me wonder, should we just record these and then send it over to him? And we don't have to be a podcast anymore. We could be like an article in a newspaper or on a website where he just does that again, does like a breakdown of the show.
We always struggle with the description of the show.
Oh, we could have him.
He should send it over. Let Corey do the description of the show.
But after his description, we don't even have to post it anywhere. They just have to read it, and everything's there. The breakdown is there.
It was great though. I loved it. I loved the way that he, kind of
for sure.
worded. He's a wordsmith for sure. And
I am not. My description's like, come watch show, please. Fun time.
We talked about. What did we talk about?
I don't know what we talked about. You were going to open that package. We totally.
Part of his. Well, that kind of led me into some of those things. But so I got this in the mail, and this again. Well, I kind of know who this one is from.
Oh, you do. So is that our?
Because it says
spoiler alert right now.
Well, I'm getting ready to with the little note that says a gift from you. Or gift for you. Yeah, a gift from me. I sent this to myself. I'm the one that keeps sending all of this stuff.
It's long joy.
For that someone special. It says, not so subtle, but from my chair pillow. Because last week's episode where I talked about, fluffing up my...
Gotcha.
No. So this is a new sponsor. This is a product called Subtle Butt. Now these are actually.
Let me put that back up. Disposable gas neutralizers.
Okay. So I'm looking at the thing on the back here. And I did, as far as the sponsor, I got in a new supply of dude wipes.
Dude wipes
back here. Look at that, 3 packs.
We got dude wipes, and what's the other thing called again?
And that subtle butt. I don't know why our show seems to go down this
I mean,
road.
it
Apparently,
has
that's all
something to
that
do
I'm.
with you for sure.
Yeah, we're just talking about like my ass every week. I'm not sure what's wrong with that, but I did get the minty flavored ones, minty flavored dude wipes. 3 packs of those. Now those I ordered myself, but still trying to get that corporate sponsor. But these subtle butt disposable gas neutralizer, it says takes the bad part out of the fart. It says right there. Now, what you're supposed to do with these, I'm going to read the instructions, Jimmy.
Someone got paid to come up with that line. Like, how unfair is life that someone got paid to come up with that slogan?
How sad is it that somebody took the time to go on Amazon, find these, and send them to me at their expense?
I appreciate
they're 5 self-adhesive carbon filters.
Do you strap that thing on? Does it cover the hole? Like, what? You just drop the
easy as 1, 2, 3 right here. And it says
on
that
the pillow, right?
Easy as one. Peel off. No, actually, it says peel off the liner and stick subtle butt onto the inside of your underwear or pants, especially exactly where you think it goes. And then
right on the crack. Right on the crack.
So I'm supposed to stick these to my underwear. They're a charcoal filter. So number 2 step is go for it.
Filter for your crack?
For my underwear. Yeah. Put it on your underwear and it filters. Apparently, I haven't tried them yet.
Printing says like filters out all germs and like those house filters that you have where they filter out so you don't get sick or whatever.
Yes, all the antibacterial and all the allergens. It filters allergens. Maybe it might do pollen. I don't know if I'm expelling pollen into my pillow, but okay. Step 2, go for it. Let her rip. Cut loose, break wind, gas it up. And then step 3, after wearing subtle butt, remove and discard. If adhesive traces remain, use a damp cloth for removal. If adhesive traces remain, normally I'm having to use the damp cloth on other traces that remain in my underwear before you put them in the hamper, because you don't want those, I don't have a closed hamper. It's just kind of an open top bag sort of a configuration. So I'll have to, open the package of subtle butts here.
You should test it and use it, and then
report back.
Yeah, and save the one that you used,
and do a test on the air if it actually worked.
Oh my
god! So thank you.
You're gonna blow right through that thing. You're just
blow right through. Yeah. Like a little burn. It'll look like the sled on Christmas Vacation, that's out by the trash. It's just a big burn hole in the thing. So thank you to whomever the prankster is that sent that. Well, it does say it's from my chair pillow, so thank you. I look down there to my chair.
That wasn't such a subtle conversation about that.
We might get them, I'll look into them. Maybe we have the double sponsor of Dude Wipes and Subtle Butt.
Man.
Hey, is
next all we need right now here? Is Chipotle, and we'll be good.
You got pre right there with the Subtle Butt, and then Fleet Frank, in case you're having some issues.
Now, is there something that correlates green to butts? Like all those have green on the packaging. Like what's happening?
Maybe they're all minty flavored.
Minty flavored.
Hey, speaking of green, hey, what a segue, Jimmy.
Oh, I did that on purpose.
Did you?
No,
because tonight, this is Monday night. This is Monday the 20th. I am one of the guest panelists on the Monday Night Draft on Paul Philly Flippers channel with Ray, Nashville Flippers, TJ Lovelady, and
I'm actually not
the lovely Vita.
They didn't invite me, so
they did not, because it's not easy being green, Jimmy. But because tonight is all things that are green, the best green thing. So I've compiled a list. I'm
So whoever has
excited.
the first pick
for
gets the same money.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get first pick, but man, I really thought this one out. I think I'm going to go for the win.
You know what's a good
Which
one to put on there?
what's that?
Green eyes. Dang.
Ooh, green eye. I
Green
might
eyes
have
are
to
pretty
add that.
cool.
They
I
are.
kind of have.
Do you have green eyes, Jimmy? I can't tell.
They're greenish blue. Why am I
Ooh.
doing this? I don't know. All right.
For
Not
those
to
of
be,
you that are
I
listening,
won't be
Jimmy
watching.
has his face right up in the screen. But
I won't be
Scurry.
watching because I'm not talking to those people since they didn't invite me. But it sounds like it'll be a fun time.
It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
That's what happens when you change your name to SSKPromo Vintage Old School Flipper.
See how easily it just comes right off the tongue. And I have my green hat on. It's just kind of like an olive green. I kind of have it. Is it canvas?
Yeah, it looks, or is it nylon? What kind of material?
No, it's just kind of
it looks almost canvas.
Just a knit sort of a thing. It's real soft. It's a nice. I like this style, but I don't necessarily have the green hat on because I'm going to be on the Monday night draft tonight. I talked a couple of weeks ago about how I ran out of paper towel and I couldn't reach my hat because I bought this rack at a thrift and I throw my hat over there. Well, now my hat is now currently behind the dryer. My favorite gray hat, but it's reseller related. And here's how I'm gonna.
All right.
Here's how I'm gonna tie this one.
That's a nightmare for a guy my size when something falls behind the dryer. By the way.
Oh, it's a nightmare for me too because it's not easy to get to get behind my dryer.
Oh, that vent and
so
everything. Oh my gosh.
Here's what happened is the other day I was doing some laundry and I was washing with my regular thing. I was washing not a load. It wasn't a whole load. It was half a dozen or so Build-A-Bear outfits that I had taken off of Build-A-Bears because I'm going to list them and sell them separately. And because I didn't feel, sometimes I'll just wash them out in the sink or whatever, but I was doing some laundry, might as well throw them in there. And but I didn't want to throw them in the dryer because I didn't want them to shrink up because there's nothing worse than a Build-A-Bear with an ill-fitting
They'll become Mr.
outfit.
Bill costume behind you.
Yeah, that's right.
Have to be dressing your Mr. Bills back there with the shrunken Build-A-Bear costumes.
A pair of cool swim trunks, like Build-A-Bear swim trunks with palm trees and stuff all over them, and a glittery like USA heart shirt and some other cool outfits that I wanted to list separately. Well, I didn't want to throw them in the dryer because I didn't want them to shrink up. So I hung them on some hangers that have some clips on them off of I have one of those pull down attic steps. Okay.
Oh, yeah, like in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, exactly. And so I have some of those, and the little cord that hangs down, I put a little loop on there so that I could hang some shirts and stuff occasionally, because right across from that is my
really long story about a hat.
It is. Well, see, it's reseller related. So
we went from a hat to hanging doll clothes from your attic door, but keep going.
Yes. Yeah, you'll see it'll all tie together in the end.
All right.
So, because the furnace, one of the vents is right over there in the utility room, and it blows directly across there, and so I could hang them on those hangers. And they could get dry not naturally, but they get dry from the furnace and not put them in the dryer and get. So anyway,
they won't shrink. Okay, I'm back.
So that door and where those were hanging is in the trajectory of where I throw my hat to try to hang it on that hook that's on the cupboard doors. All right, you following along? So I had to, I come in, I turn around to pitch the hat over there, and I see these hanging, and so I adjust, I'm testing the wind.
little curve shot. I got you.
I'm picking, and so, well, I was, you should see my frisbee golf game, my disc golf game. It's just about as good as my hat throwing game because it's like, oh, I need to pitch this a little lower, but I know I
Wait,
can make it.
you
And
play disc golf?
I do.
So back to the old school flips podcast. I was friends with Ken. I didn't know he played disc golf. So I had to. Sorry.
Are you not a fan of disc golf, Jimmy?
I know I am not. I like regular golf, real men golf. I'm just joking.
Real men.
Man,
I see
I'm gonna get
a lot of resellers play.
You know why I don't like it?
Why?
Because for some reason, and I've put not interested because I know that's the first thing everybody's gonna tell me is put not interested. TikTok thinks I love it, and they share frisbee golf stuff with me all the time, and I've held down not interested on so many of them, and it still ends up in my feed, and I'm like,
okay.
And so it's kind of like I don't really care. I don't hate it or anything like that. It's kind of, but TikTok has given me like I'm mad at it. I don't know what the word is, but like it fills my feed with frisbee golf.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like it now because TikTok thinks I do. I don't. Anyway.
Have you ever played?
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose, but you have played.
No, I've never played.
Oh, it's great fun. It's a good time.
Joking aside, I would probably enjoy it. I think it looks like I like golf, so I think it'd be fun. But I don't know why TikTok thinks they put it in my feed all the time.
We got a number of
my feed again now that we've talked about it.
That's right. It'll hear you.
They're listening.
And it'll pick up on that. We got a number of courses like right here in town, like real close and in like neighboring cities. And so you can get you can go play at a number of different courses. I go play with my buddy Doug. We go out in the afternoon sometimes over where he lives and
fun
and play. It is. It's a great time. We were going to start a reselling league one time, and that didn't work out.
Roman's on my team.
Okay, you can have Roman. Roman will come down from this way
for sure.
And well, I'll take Doug. Doug's got an arm. He's a player. But anyway, my hat. Just to finish that story, I thought I'm gonna shoot this right underneath those, right onto the hook. And of course, I wasn't even close. And there's a spot about, my accuracy, if I was trying, about this much between the cupboards and the dryer, and boom, wall down behind the dryer.
So that's where your favorite hat is now.
My favorite gray plaid, whatever you want to call it, hat is now behind the dryer.
Plan to retrieve it? Because like I said, I actually used to do for a short time, I worked in an apartment complex doing like apartment maintenance and flipping when people moved out. And what did I hate more than anything? When the vent on the back of the dryer came off and I had to get behind the dryer and put it back on. So I know what it's like to get behind a dang dryer if it's in a little cubby or something.
Yeah, it's back there. Well, what I have to do is go to the end of there's the dryer and then the washer. I have to go to the end of the washer and move a bunch of stuff. And I can get between the furnace and the washer, and I can lean back there. And if I get like a long stick or something, I should be able to reach back there. But it's not going to be fun and convenient. So I thought, well, I'll just wear a different hat for a while.
Sonia got you one. Maybe you'd wear that one every once in a while. You would think.
Oh, I do. That's my winter hat because it's a nice quilted hat. So I'll be, even though today is spring.
Wait,
I'll be able to still wear that.
So you could wear it because you just said that it's winter there right now, even though it's spring.
It's spring. Well, we talked in the beginning of the show. We're still going to get winter. I predict at least 2 to 3 more measurable snowfalls before the winter season ends.
You made me think of a bad joke.
Okay.
You were talking about your Build-A-Bear clothing and you said glitter.
Yes.
And I've been telling this joke. I just recently heard this joke and it made me die laughing.
Okay.
Kind of a dad dirty joke. But it's not really bad.
Okay.
But I died laughing.
Okay.
Can
Are
I
you going to
Can
tell
I
it
tell
at
it on the
some point?
podcast?
Yes.
Did you hear? It's so dumb, but I died laughing.
Well,
This joke killed me. Did you hear
okay.
about the guy who dipped his balls in glitter?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I literally died laughing when I heard that one.
You should have saved that one for the Dad Joke 2 episode,
That's
Jimmy, that
never gonna happen. That's
that
literally
we do,
that
our
episode's never happened.
annual.
Yeah, but I
I
heard
have
that
a
joke and
problem.
I almost died. Like I laughed.
One of these
Uh-oh.
containers, I don't know how to point. One of
Yeah,
these
container
containers
lights.
right up here
Oh yeah.
is all, and the whole shit is all glitter. Now, I'm kind of a crafty dude, and you always got it. You always got to have glitter, Jimmy. I think the last time I counted, I have 32 individual colors of glitter. Because you got to get them out and count them every now and then.
I hate it when I sell like a snow globe or a figurine that has glitter on it, and then it's all over you by the time you're done shipping it. I'm not even sure if there's any glitter left on the item that I just shipped. It's all over my shirt. I hate that.
I still have glitter like in my car. I don't know what's wrong with my sweeper. My sweeper seems to pick up everything but glitter.
You're gonna
from
get that
Christmas
hat back
time
behind the dryer, and it's just gonna be
like a mohawk of glitter right up the middle. Hey, there's an idea that I could do with it, because I do have fabric glitter and fabric glue that I could.
I'm learning things. So you're quite the you're just prepping for your older age when you're in a home and you're doing crafts all
Which, when I need to see, and that's the problem in this room, in my eBay room, is I have to clear out some of this crafting stuff that's up here and down here, and like right up over there's my vinyl cutter and stuff like that, because I can,
How do you like bingo?
I actually love bingo.
I'm just curious.
I'm ready to move to the villages, like in Florida. They love me down there. I have actually vacationed and went to the villages.
Oh, is that right?
And yeah, old ladies love me for some reason. Maybe because I'm getting close to their age, but
I just thought it was a scene from a movie.
So I'm sure I'll get comments from Jill about my glitter collection. And
that's great.
I got comments from Jill about the things that I was listing, because Jill, I kind of unintentionally jinxed my sales on eBay, because I had been listing hey Jimmy, if you don't know this, I actually do a listing show. It's called Ken versus 10, and it's on Thursdays. It's on every Thursday at 11 a.m. on my channel, SSKPromo. And
that's crazy, because I've actually heard of it, because you usually mention it within 5 minutes of starting of this podcast. So
did I forget, did I mention it yet?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Well, this Thursday, you can tune in. You can follow, like, and subscribe my channel. Look for it under SSKPromo, Vintage, Old School, Thrift, or Picker Flipper, and subscribe and like the videos.
And
but I had been
that he's not very good at sourcing for eBay,
because Jill seems to be giving me all this stuff, and my sales were going great. And then I did a show where I listed all the stuff that
See, now here, hold on,
that I picked and sourced myself.
He's using the word jinxed. Because it worked. It makes him seem like he's still a good picker, because all he did was jinx himself. It's just been a string of bad luck, folks.
Yes.
But the reality is, he had been listing stuff that Jill picked, and that stuff was selling within days of him listing it.
Yes. I was beating the death pile.
I'm going to prove that I'm a good picker too, and I'm going to start listing the stuff that I picked, so people will know that I'm a good picker too. And then all of a sudden, the stuff that he's listing isn't selling.
The sales tank. So I'm going to have to
your sign type moment that maybe Jill is the better picker. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, maybe she's picking stuff that sells faster. Because I listed some good quality stuff, and
I
it
got you.
just
I
it's
mean,
not
hey,
moving. But
defense
I've
mode,
been
I get it.
adjusting.
You got to go into defense mode. I get it.
I've been adjusting, adjusting my sales, adjusting my store, doing some different stuff, doing some different types of promotion, promoted
Oh, well, let's
promoted
not go there.
listing things. What's that?
How does
Promoted
promoted
listings?
listen? Let's
Do you
save that for
promote
the
your
next
listings?
episode. For sure I
Oh,
do.
okay.
For sure I do. Every last one of
I
them,
do.
and I sell like crazy. Did I just tell you I had my best week ever?
Oh, you did. Did you up your promotions or did
I
you
didn't
change
I
anything?
didn't change anything.
And it just eBay
I
picked you this
promote
week, and
I promote the crap out of my listings.
yeah, it seems to be the
But
way the
everyone
game
else
is
don't
played.
do it. Nobody else do it. I prefer that I'm
Why
the
is it?
only one promoting.
Oh, okay. So you're
I
not
like it better
saying
when
don't
other
do it
people.
because it's a bad idea and it's just an eBay money grab. You're
Yeah,
saying don't do it so you don't have competition
exactly.
at the top of the line. Okay. All
I'm
right.
fine with I'm fine
All
with
right.
no one else promoting. I'm the opposite of everybody else that goes to tell people that say they don't promote. When people
Uh,
say they don't promote, I'm not one that's gonna be like, well, you should, and you're making a mistake. Nope, I don't want you to promote. Thank you for not promoting. That's my
so
attitude.
I'm gonna, Jimmy, I'll help you out. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna take down all of my promoted listings.
That'd be great. Could you do
No,
that for me?
I like to promote. I like to promote, and yeah, it seems to be a topic that goes around quite a bit.
Yeah,
And if we did reseller content here, Jimmy,
for
we would be
sure.
talking about that.
But we don't.
But we
We are not.
don't.
We don't.
We
We are
do.
now the toilet wipe clickbait
the
podcast.
the subtle but
Subtle butt clickbait podcast.
sponsor. Well, we're the
Sponsored
clickbait
by. Gotcha.
sponsored by subtle but
We
and
should do an Instagram commercial for subtle butt.
brought to you by the minty chill freshness of
Dude
Dude
Wipe.
Wipes.
Other promotional consideration provided by Fleet Frank.
The following. Oh, now my head's spinning 100-mile an hour of promotional commercials
Yeah.
for the Reseller Clickbait
Oh
podcast.
my gosh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those on Instagram. You could Fleet Frank, Dude Wipes, and Subtle Butt all need to be in that commercial. For sure.
Promotional considerations by. I have to get my my TV voice on.
Uh-oh.
And I need to get a cold. Well, I need to do that. During cold and flu season.
Hold on, I can't hear you.
When are you serious?
When you do that voice, I can't hear you.
Really?
Really?
Or you just
No, I'm being serious.
Let
us know in the comments
okay.
when Ken just did that. I think he was attempting to do a very deep voice.
I'm doing.
Was it hard? Was it hard to hear him? Let us know.
Okay.
Because I could barely hear you.
I'm going to end the show. Are you still unable to hear me right now?
It's very
maybe
low.
you could see I see your lips moving, but you're not saying anything.
Yeah,
maybe it's because my natural voice. I just talk louder.
That's very possible.
I put more air behind it, more oomph,
right?
If you will. So
well, sure.
All right, Jimmy. That's gonna about do it. I think we've
talked about enough non-reselling content for sure.
Yeah, for this week. So thank you to whoever is sending all the fun that we're having here on the show. And if you're listening to this before 9 p.m. Eastern time, catch me on the Monday Night Draft talking about all green things. And Jimmy, what do you got coming up?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Just some big news about not sourcing.
Yeah.
For
hopefully I'll have more news over the next couple weeks, but right now it's kind of in the air.
I'm
pun
excited.
Intended with the fart reference. It's in the air.
Hey, do you need some subtle butt, Jimmy, for your stick these in your underwear and then wipe out the residue at the end with a wet.
All right, we're ending this thing.
Join us next week for the Reseller Clickbait Podcast.